Giancarlo Stanton deserves a ton of respect. Since coming over to the New York Yankees, he has been one of the best playoff performers, and even in the shadow of Judge and Soto in the regular season, he has been one of their most important key pieces in the playoffs. So we'll break down his dominance and the respect that he deserves on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Welcome in, everybody, to 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and I hope you're all enjoying the playoffs. They have been very electric from start to where we are at right now in the championship series in both the American League and the National League. Before we get into the video, before we talk about Giancarlo Stanton and the dominance of the Yankees in Game 1 against Cleveland, I want to let you know that a large percentage of you watching these videos are not subscribed, 97% of you to be exact. So go ahead and hit that sub button. I'm going to have you guys covered for every step of the way from now until the rest of the playoffs and into the offseason as well, so you won't want to miss any of the daily Major League Baseball content throughout the week. Go ahead, hit that sub button. It's free. It doesn't cost you guys anything. And let's get straight into the video right here. So let's look at the most postseason home runs in Yankees history. 22 with Bernie Williams, 20 with Derek Jeter, 18 Mickey Mantle, who hit them all in the World Series, Babe Ruth as well. And then you have Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton tied up at 13, and Stanton in a much smaller sample size as well. He's got less games, and he's been one of the more valuable contributors in all of his postseason runs with the New York Yankees. And Stanton in 32 career postseason games, all with the Yankees. 32 for 115 with a 278 batting average, five doubles, 13 home runs, 14 walks, and an OPS over 1, which is very impressive. And Giancarlo, when the lights are the brightest, he steps up to that occasion. And this is what he had to say post-game yesterday. The weight of the moment, every pitch can be the deciding factor of your season. You can't shy away from that. You have to understand that and embrace it and quiet it and get it done. That is what he said, and I love that mentality. I really do. And one thing on Giancarlo Stanton, I spoke about the lack of respect that he gets here, and we know that the issues with the injuries and him not being able to stay healthy, can't really run the bases. He's got no speed anymore. But he puts his body on the line, and it looks like he's not trying because he just has nothing left in those legs, running-wise. But when it comes to hitting and when it comes to stepping up in the biggest moments, he has been the one answering the bell. Him and Juan Soto, which is evident here by these numbers. By these numbers right here. You see Juan Soto with an OPS over 1. You see Stanton with an OPS over 1.2. Then you creep up a couple of spots in that batting order. Aaron Judge, batting third, he's got an OPS under 600. That is just unacceptable. And if you look at the overall postseason numbers for Aaron Judge, an OPS under 800 in 7 years, in 49 games in the playoffs. He's got a 756 OPS. He's barely batting over 200. Struck out 72 times in 186 at-bats. Aaron Judge, for whatever reason, just cannot figure it out in the playoffs, and I don't know why. At what point is he going to step up and have a moment here? You need to have a moment. You are the captain of this baseball team. You are the leader. You are the guy that everyone looks to as the best hitter on planet Earth, and you've been anything but that in your entire postseason career. I'm not taking jabs at Aaron Judge here. He's a fantastic player. I want to highlight how great Giancarlo Stanton has been instead. Like, I rather be doing that. But a 756 OPS for a guy who regularly has OPSs over 1 in the regular season, that's just not good enough. And you could see he in the ALCS last year, he was 1 for 16 with a 180 OPS. One single. Only 4 strikeouts, so I'll give him that, but he's not even drawing walks at this point. He's not getting on base. He's not doing what he has to do. He's not a threat in that lineup right now, which is insane to say. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing with Judge. I don't know if they're just not giving him anything to hit. They're not. I mean, they don't want him to hit anything out, and they don't want him to punish them if they throw anything over the middle of the plate, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. I hope he can figure it out here because the Yankees have a prime opportunity to win a World Series, and fans are probably going to get what they want. A Yankees-Dodgers World Series. Now, not all fans might want that, but let's say the casual baseball fan, they're going to get their wish of a Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge clash, but it won't be much of a clash if Judge keeps playing the way that he's been playing in the first few games of the postseason here. I do expect him to turn it around. I do expect him to have a signature Aaron Judge kind of game where he socks 2 home runs and he shuts everyone up for about 24 hours, but right now the pressure is on him, and Giancarlo Stanton is doing his best to be able to take that pressure off of him. Look at those numbers, man. 1.244 OPS, batting .368 in the playoffs. Hit a massive home run yesterday, got a walk as well. I mean, Juan Soto, too, he's been fantastic. He's been a godsend for this Yankees team. Gleyber Torres started to turn it around there towards the end of the year, but look, the lineup is not amazing. It's very top-heavy for the Yankees. Austin Wells in that cleanup spot, struggling a lot as well. And Jazz Chisholm, too. Like, you have a lot of subpar performers in there, but you're getting contributions from Juan Soto, from Giancarlo Stanton, and from the bottom of the order every now and then as well. So it's not a total disaster for the Yankees. They're in a pretty good spot right now in terms of making a run to the World Series. They're up 1-0 in the ALCS. They're facing a depleted pitching staff in the Cleveland Guardians. They're facing a lineup that is just no good besides Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez. Maybe you could throw Lane Thomas in there as well. Josh Naylor could have his moments, but that lineup is not great, and they don't have too much power 1 through 9. So the Yankees pitching staff should have an easy time with whatever Cleveland's thrown out there. And Carlos Rodon had a great outing yesterday. 9 Ks through 6 innings pitched, 3 hits given up. I mean, he was great. The bullpen was solid coming in, and I mean, they're headed in the right direction here. I think they're going to cakewalk their way to the World Series. I'll give Cleveland 1 game. I think the Yankees win in 5, but they're going to be rested. They're going to be ready for the challenge in the World Series because I'm predicting them to get there. And the Dodgers, I mean, they blew out the Mets in Game 1. It wasn't close, but it was a blowout in the other direction yesterday. So it's a 1-1 series. It has the potential to be a bloodbath, even though I think the Dodgers are going to come out on top. The Mets are going to give them a fight. They have not backed down from any challenge all season long, so I don't expect them to now on the biggest stage that they have ever been on. So I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to be a much more competitive series than the one that we have in the Bronx going on right now. But hey, you never know. I've been surprised before, and I've definitely been wrong before. So hopefully we see a couple of competitive series here, but my guess, we're probably going to see Yankees-Dodgers World Series, and if you're John Heyman, I guess that's good for baseball, right? But that'll wrap it up for this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. Really appreciate the support. And again, shout out to you guys for all the support that you've given me on this channel. Again, make sure to hit that sub button because a large percentage of you watching are not subscribed to the channel. And we're almost at my goal of 1,500 subscribers, so it'd mean a lot if we could get me there. But again, guys, shout out to you, and shout out to Baseball Town as well for sponsoring this video. They're your one-stop shop for everything that you need baseball or softball related, and they got you covered. The best equipment at the most competitive prices, so check them out today.